welcome to Brelsford Family Homestead. I'm Darcy. I thought I should do an intro. I haven't really done that. I know some of my friends and family watch, but some people do not know me in real life. So, as I said, my name is Darcy. My husband Joe and I live in Southwest Ohio. We have just over 5 acres. We moved here about 5.5 years ago from a typical neighborhood. Neither one of us had homesteading experience. I dabbled in some gardening, had done canning for a number of years, but definitely had never done something like this, and neither had our family. Though my mom did have a farm with some animals and a good-sized garden, they didn't raise animals for food. And I was an adult too, so that was I had no experience with that with her. But the reason that we're here is because we want to raise our own food. We want to grow a garden and provide our family with good, healthy food that has not been sprayed with pesticides and things like that. We want to raise animals for our family, for not just to have pets, but to feed our family. We do not want to buy our meat in a grocery store. We want to know how that animal was raised and what it was fed and how it was butchered. We raise all of our own pork. We raise all of our own chicken and our eggs. And we do butcher our chickens ourselves and turkeys. We butcher them typically ourselves. We raise meat turkeys. Eventually we will have some heritage breed. We do not butcher our pigs ourselves just because we aren't set up for that. Eventually it is something that we would definitely consider doing ourselves if we had the right setup. My husband's in his mid-40s. I'm in my late 40s. Well, I guess he's not in his mid-40s for too much longer. We love Jesus with everything we have. All of this is because of him. And we truly believe that he's given us this place to steward well. So we want to take care of this land, and not in some weird way, but we want to take care of what he's given us and steward it well, not overuse it and not wear it out and not poison it, but to take care of it and steward it well. And the same with the animals. We believe that we should treat them well, that we should feed them well, and that their end to then feed us should be done well. And then that animal should also be used well. We don't waste them. We don't just take a piece or a part of a chicken and throw the rest away. We utilize all of it. There's very little that we throw away. I take the organs and I clean them and I feed them to the dogs or use them for other things. I keep the feet. I can use them in the broth, or I feed those to the dogs. I keep all of the bones and I make bone broth with them that I can and I use throughout the year in so many different things. Every bit of meat is used. The feathers and the blood go in the compost. So, it is all utilized with honor and stewardship and respect to the animal and to God who gave it all to us. And so I started this channel just to share with others my experience. I mean, it's only been a little over 5 years that we've been doing this homesteading thing, and we just do a little bit more each year because my husband works full-time off the homestead. So a lot of the things through the week, especially in the winter months, are for me to do. And so, there's only so many things we can take on, especially with only one income. I am a stay-at-home mom and I homeschool our 2 children. They are not currently in the videos, and I'm not sure if I will change that or not. I really want to protect my children, and out there on the internet there's a lot of things that we don't even need to talk about, but I'm sure you understand. So my kids are very much involved in the homestead. A lot of the animals that we have are theirs. They show in 4-H. They help care for them. They help process things. They help in the garden. So you will see that from time to time, but maybe not so much, as I don't show like their faces. They're not talking on them and things like that right now. But that's a little bit of who I am. At some point I'll have my husband Joe on here to tell you his why. It's just really important for us to know where our food comes from and what's in it. A number of years ago, when my youngest was a baby, I really had some real revelation of what was in the food that I was feeding my kids, and it broke me, and made it just very, very important to me to know what I was consuming for my health, what I was feeding my children for their current health and the health of their lifetime. And so that's kind of, I think, what started the ball rolling. We love this life. It's not always easy. It's usually not understood by other people. But it gives us so much satisfaction to work hard with our hands and provide for our family. To be able to put a meal on the table that, I grew that vegetable, I raised that meat, I butchered that meat, I cleaned that meat, I prepared that meal for my family, and like almost everything on it was by our hands. And that's such a good feeling. Addie, my best girl, is out here with me. We have a number of laying chickens. We have meat birds right now, but they'll be processed in about 8 weeks. We have 5 dairy goats. Our pigs have been butchered. We have 2 ducks. We have 3 dogs and 2 cats. But Addie is my best girl. Come here. She is the best girl. Oh, come here. She's a Great Pyrenees Anatolian Shepherd mix. And she is a great dog. Anyway, I hope this told you a little bit about me. I hope to show you more like how to homestead things, what's worked for us, to encourage you to just try, even just a little bit. You don't have to do absolutely everything. If you have questions, things that you would like to see videos on, just comment below. And I thank you for being here. Check out my other videos. Until next time, God bless. So I really put Joe on the spot and didn't give him questions beforehand, but just asking like why he chose to homestead and why he wants to do this. However,
I've always been kind of interested in the homesteading, just chickens and stuff. I always thought it would be kind of cool to live that life, and when we had the chance to do it, I knew Darcy really wanted to do this, and just going from like the city neighborhoods type setting to a way more simplistic life, it has really become awesome, knowing where our food's coming from, and it may not save us money, but you know what, at least we know what's going into our food and stuff. And just seeing something from a baby or a chick to it's kind of morbid, it sounds like, but seeing it on your plate, that you raised it from birth to sustaining your life. So I just think it's it's really fun, learning every day. It's just something different.
Similar to what I answered. So would you want to go back to buying all of our food in the grocery store?
Not now, no.
No?
I mean, obviously there's some things I could probably, just deal with, but having some of the things that we like, chicken and the pork that we have and eggs and stuff, it's a major difference. I was actually answering a question on a Facebook group. A lady was kind of discouraged because she was wanting to raise meat chickens, and a lady said, "Oh, you don't want to do that. I tried that, and it was just a bad experience. The chicken was terrible, blah blah blah." And so she's like, "You need to everything's just better at the store." And it was funny to see hundreds of comments on her to encourage this lady to actually raise it right, process it right, and I guarantee you it's the best thing that you could ever taste. So, and it's kind of being a part of that, knowing that you're doing good and raising food the right way, and being able to encourage others to do that. It's been kind of cool.
What do you think the effect of this lifestyle has been on our kids?
I mean, I like that they're it can get kind of crazy living in the city and living in, all the hustle and bustle, and it's just living out here is a lot slower, not in a bad way, not saying in a bad way, but it's just a lot less crazy, and our daughters are learning a lot of things that I think are life skills that that they may not learn, and not that they can't learn it in the living in suburbs and stuff, but it's seeing the things that we feel is important on how to raise food and stuff like that. They're hands on, and I think they're learning a lot of things that some kids never have a chance to, and I think they're really good subjects to learn for any kid,
Now, some people might assume that we had prior experience. so how much experience did you have with building, repairing, handyman stuff?
Let's just
all homestead type things, raising animals, killing animals.
Yeah. Well, let's just say with the building part, I always joke with my wife, we're living in a Dr. Seuss world because everything's just slightly angled off, wonky. It's yeah. I'm all self-taught YouTube videos. I came into this not really fully like skilled at building things and stuff, but you know what? It's looking at what we have now is really you feel proud. It may not be the best. It may not have these elaborate barns and sheds and stuff, but you know what? What we've built works for us right now in our current situation, and I'm very proud of that. With butcher, I mean, my previous experience with livestock is when I was littler, we bought a property that had chickens on it. We didn't really raise them how we should have because we didn't really know anything about them. But that's probably my extent. Again, I've always been interested in farm life and stuff, and it's kind of cool to be able to do a little bit of that. But other than that, building or slaughtering stuff and stuff, it's just the biggest advice for me that I can give to you guys is if it's going to be food, treat it as food. Obviously honor, be respectful of the animals, but in your mind, treat it as food, because when it comes time to actually culling it and butchering it up, it makes it a lot less traumatic. I don't like killing things. I don't like taking lives, but when it comes to butchering our chickens, the meat chickens that we raise, it makes it a lot easier to view them as a source of food. It just makes it a lot easier to do that. So, it's a great life. It's, and there's a ton of resources out there. There's a ton of people that'd be happy to help anybody. I mean, I'm always happy to talk with people at work and stuff that's interested in gosh, even now, they're always asking me questions on how I get started. There's a guy that wants to come out and watch us, butcher chickens and stuff. I mean, I'd love to do that. It's an awesome feeling to teach people a good way to do things, and it's fun.
Well, I'm sure I'll insert the things that I said about why I do this in this video too, so it's all in one thing. But for sure, I would also say just do something. It just like any other area of life, the sooner you realize that it's not a competition that you need to participate in, the better. You just do what you can to provide for yourself, for your family, good food, to be, less reliant on others for everything, you know, for putting food on your table. We were really fortunate during all of the things that were going on the last couple of years that we did not lack food on our table because we had prepared. You know, I can, plus all the meat in our freezers from raising our own animals. But, you know, there's so many reasons why. So whatever your reason is, just do it. Even if it's one small thing, even if it's, you know, you bought a tomato plant and put it on your porch and you canned those tomatoes or whatever, it's something, and it's valuable, and you can do it.
And guess what? You're going to mess up. Everybody messes up.
Geez, yes.
And keep moving. It's
Yes.
not, you know what? It's,
Yeah.
what comes with this life is making mistakes, messing up,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but you keep, you know, you obviously will learn from those because you got lives depending on you, livestock lives depending on you. So if you mess up, just keep going, learn from it. You know, it's just an ongoing learning process. You could probably ask any person that's been doing this all their lives, and they're still probably learning every single day. And you know, you could probably ask them, how many have you messed up at all, and they'd probably give you a nice little laugh and say absolutely. So don't get discouraged.
I do try to keep things real on here. You know, I've posted a few videos where I completely messed something up, and I didn't just fix it and show the good stuff. I showed the huge mistake and what I did to fix it. So, you know, that's just part of the learning process. You know, none of us have it all together. Anyway, thanks for watching this far. And if you have other questions, put them in the comments below. And if you want to see some more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. And until next time, God bless.
See ya.